Hey everyone, I'm Christy, and I'm so excited about the Together We Move 5K runs that we're having at the Y. So I'm gonna be sharing with you my favorite post-run stretch for you to try when you're done with your run. So let's get started. We're gonna move right into a side bend. So I want you to plant your feet, nice wide base. We're gonna take those arms up. You're gonna grab onto one wrist. I want you to think about reaching up. Take a little side stretch over. Running takes a lot of lateral stability, so I wanna make sure we lengthen out those sides a little bit. Right into the other side, stretch. You can switch that wrist grab. All right, we're gonna advance this one a little bit. You're gonna cross one leg back, same leg that's back. You're gonna take that arm up again, little side bend. Lean into that hip a little bit if you can. And now we're gonna take those hands forward on that front knee. Bend, you can cross a little more, sink. Think about sticking this hip out. We're stretching all down the outside of that leg. Leaning forward a little bit. Good. Okay, switching sides. We're gonna start with the cross, other leg. Take that arm up, lean into it. Hands come down, little bend. Nice. All right, moving into a quad stretch. We're gonna just go ahead and catch that foot behind you. Maybe use a wall or a chair to give yourself a little balance. The point right now is not to work on how I'm balancing, it's just about releasing that quad and getting a good stretch through the whole front of the leg. Trying to stand up tall through this one. And we'll switch sides. And if you're feeling really tight, sometimes you just need a little assistance getting into this one. You can use a belt or a strap to just sort of loop it around your foot to pull it up and still just try to stand nice and tall into that stretch. We're gonna go quick, just right through the other side. One more time each side. Maybe sliding that knee back a little bit and bringing those knees a little closer together. And other side. And let that go. Okay, we're gonna take one leg back behind us. So you know that those calves, soleus, lower leg muscles are doing a lot of work when we run. So send that heel down. We're thinking about calf stretch. Try and keep your body a little bit upright. If you wanna push into a wall, sometimes that's a good way to get some leverage to reach that heel down. And just hold that stretch. And then we're gonna bend the back knee a little bit. Keep reaching the heel down towards the floor. That knee bend is gonna get some of those muscles that run underneath the main calf muscle. So those soleus muscle, that takes a lot of work when you're running, that pushing off motion. Good, okay, let's switch sides. Other leg, you're gonna reach that heel down in a straight leg. Hold it. And then bend that back knee. All right, standing on both feet, we're gonna reach the hands back behind you. You can either go hands on the low back, or if you can clasp the hands, go for that one. You're gonna pull down, just roll that chest open. Open the chest up. If you were running, you may have been pumping the arms. And just letting those shoulders open can feel really good after a run. And let that go. Okay, moving into a little roll down. So we're gonna go clasp onto the elbows, holding the forearms. I want you to think, tuck the chin to the chest and just start to roll all the way down. Heavy arms, heavy head. We're gonna do the first version with straight legs. And you can stop anywhere that feels a little tight. This is a nice one to just take your time on, slow down a little bit. And from here, let's just bend the knees. And then straighten the legs all the way out as much as you can. One more time, we bend and stretch. Okay, we're gonna hold here
a little bit of a side-to-side swing of the body. Just a little bit. It doesn't have to be big, but it's just helping to get into some other parts of the back of the leg that maybe need a little bit of release. All right, bend the knees. Make your way down to the floor, and we're gonna move into a half kneeling position. So we've got 1 foot forward, 1 leg back. Make sure this foot is far enough in front of you and a little space out to the side so that you have a good base if balance is feeling a little challenging. So we're gonna go shift that weight forward. We're gonna lean into that front leg, into that front foot, feeling the hip flexor open. Trying to stay proud through the chest for the first one. And then pull all the way back. Good, let's repeat that. We're gonna lean forward. If you wanna go deeper and send one hand to the floor, go for it. Feeling that stretch. And release out. We're gonna move into a little ankle mobility here. So you're gonna hold that forward stretch. You can just do a couple circles of the leg, trying to get into just a little release for the ankle on that front leg. One more time. And good, we're gonna go straight leg on the front, working that front leg towards straight. I'm gonna stand right on the heel. You can keep the hands on the leg, reaching that chest down, or feel free to frame the leg. It all depends on where your mobility is and what kind of range you have at this point. So good, keeping that chest nice and proud. Holding the stretch. I like to hold each of my stretches maybe 10 to 15 seconds. If it's feeling really tight, hold it longer, right? Give your body that little bit of extra attention that it might need depending on where it's tight. We're gonna do my favorite variation hamstring here. So you're gonna walk that foot if you can, maybe a little bit more towards center. And you're gonna try and bring your hands towards the outside of the leg. So if you're feeling far away from the floor, this might look like a lifted stretch with a little bit of a twist, okay? Or you can go into that full twist from here. All right, the knee might be bent, that is totally fine. You're still gonna get all those benefits of a stretch along the outside of the leg and into the hamstring. All right, we're gonna move our bodies around, going into an open leg rocker stretch. So you got one knee down, the outside leg, that same leg we just had in front, is gonna be straight out to the side. Hands are down in front of us. Think about wrapping the top hip down towards the floor, and you're gonna sit the hips back towards the heel. Pushing back up over the hands. Again, we're gonna sink the hips back. So this is one I like to move in a little bit, and then just holding anywhere where it feels a little bit tight. Nice, and go ahead and release all the way out. Let's just switch right to the other side. So we're gonna bring the other leg in front, moving into our hip flexor and our half kneeling on the other side. So hands on the front leg, make sure that foot's a little bit away from you so you have somewhere to go. Go ahead and shift that weight forward into the standing foot, the front foot, and push back. Sink the hips down. And of course, if you wanna take the hands down, you can go for it. And moving into a little bit of ankle mobility. So your hands are on that front knee. You're gonna just do a little circle. And you're welcome to kind of change directions here too, or alternate if it feels better to do it one way. And moving into hamstring. We're gonna go straight leg on the front, stand right on that heel. And you can go hands on the thigh. Think of the chest lowering down towards the leg, or maybe frame the leg. I know for me, hamstrings are often what needs a lot of stretch after I run. So this is the one where I tend to spend a little bit more time, but making sure that stretch is customized for you and your body and what it needs. All right, we're gonna move into that cross stretch, so you can carry that leg over a little bit, and you're gonna just try to work those hands towards the outside of that front leg. This one can get a little bit intense, so feel free to move into this one with a bent knee. All right, we're gonna move into that open leg rocker. So taking that one leg straight out to the side, you're down on the other knee, both hands are planted a little bit in front of you. Okay, you wanna have somewhere to go. We're gonna send the hips back towards, like you're gonna sit right on that heel. And release, a couple more times. Inner thighs are gonna be doing a lot of work when you're running, right? They're working to keep your legs sort of in that close position, hips in like a neutral position. Good, 2 more. And last one. Nice. And go ahead and release right out. Okay, we're coming all the way down onto our backs. So go ahead and take yourself down. It's always an exciting moment when you get to lay all the way down after that run. Whew. Okay, let's cross one leg over. The stretch isn't done yet. We're gonna pop that bottom foot off the floor. Figure 4 stretch. You can clasp or just hug that top knee, however you'd like to really get into this one. We're hoping to feel some stretch on the outside of the crossed leg, outside of that hip. This is one to move in a little bit too, to really find where that best stretch is for you. You're gonna send that foot right back down to the floor, arms out to a T, and we're gonna twist. So the foot that's crossed, right, that top foot, the one closest to you, is gonna reach down towards the floor. Looking off to the right side so that you're really in a full body twist here. If you'd like, you can just stay here, or if you want a little bit more stretch in the spine, or if it's more stretch for you, you can uncross and just pull that knee down towards the floor. Taking a deep breath into that stretch. And back to center. We're gonna grab onto the back of that same leg. So right leg is with the one I'm working with. We're gonna hold onto that leg, trying to get a little bit of hamstring stretch. So you can pull that leg in towards you a little bit, working it towards a straightened position, wherever that is for you. You can also use a strap for this one if hamstrings are a little on the tighter side. We're gonna start to circle that top foot, releasing the ankle. We can reverse it. Maybe pull that a little closer. And hug the knee into the chest. Let it go. Let's switch sides. So we're gonna move into the figure 4 on the other side. Go ahead and cross that leg over. You're gonna pop the foot off the floor. Go ahead and catch right under the leg. Stretching it a little bit more into the glutes in this exercise, right? The couple different glute muscles that we have here. We're hoping to stretch there and a little bit to the outside of the hip. You can let that leg fall back down, arms out to the side. Twisting, bringing that top foot down towards the floor. And then you'll look off to the left, finding a full twist in the spine. Again, if you want to go a little further, you'll uncross and just fall into a little bit of a deeper twist. Keep reaching that shoulder down towards the floor. Coming back to center, we're gonna catch the back of the leg again, going into a hamstring stretch. You're just gonna hold it for a moment, wherever you are. Right? Just hold it. Keep working that leg towards straight. And then moving into an ankle circle. that may feel some different changes, different stretches that move into the calf, into the lower leg, into the upper leg. Go ahead and circle the other way. There's always a surprise in there, like, ooh, I didn't know that was tight. Go ahead, one more. And hug that knee into the chest. And let it go. All right, everyone. Nice work today. That was your post-run stretch. Again, I'm Christy. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.